Did you know that women were present in most army units during the Revolutionary War? They faced the dangers of battle and the hardships of camp life alongside the men. And they were essential to the smooth running of the armies on both sides. When a man marched off to fight, his wife would often take over the running of the family farm, gaining a lot of independence. But some women went with their husbands, becoming part of their company or regiment. In hard times, it was one way of staying alive. Camp followers were given rations. But there was no such thing as a free lunch. Women attached to the army had to work long hours in harsh conditions. They carried out vital tasks: laundry, mending and altering clothes, tending cattle, and nursing the wounded. And when soldiers were ordered to move suddenly to meet the enemy, the women often became armed guards, protecting the baggage train. Life could be very hard for army wives, but military discipline was sometimes on their side. Like when Private Adams of the South Carolina Regiment was given 35 lashes for abusing his wife. Following the army meant that women had to keep going in any situation, even when pregnant. Many small children grew up as camp followers during the war years, and army wives had to raise them as best they could. While women weren't frontline participants in battles, they sometimes actively assisted their men. As the story goes, Molly Pitcher carried on loading and firing her husband's cannon after he'd been killed. A more common role for women in battle was that of nurse. It was vital work, often performed without any formal training, and with the risks of infection and illness. But the nurses in the Continental Army had to protest to start receiving basic pay. British officers were expected to make strict inquiries into female camp followers' moral standards. But in the upper ranks of the British Army, these standards didn't always apply. Officers' wives sometimes became the mistresses of top generals. After the war, women's contributions were largely forgotten. But from the lowest ranks to the top brass, they played a huge role in the revolution.